Hello and welcome back to the Academic Society. It's Toy in here. Today, this video is just for graduate students, and I want to share the 3 most important graduate students that you should get to know when you start as a new graduate student. And this advice is also for students who have already started their graduate program. It's not too late to meet these 3 graduate students. So last week I talked about what a cohort is and why it's so important to get connected with the other students in your cohort. Today I'm going to talk about 3 specific types of graduate students that it would be a good idea to get to know. So if you're interested in that, keep watching this video. I'm Toyin. I'm the founder of the Academic Society. I got my PhD in math and landed my dream job as a lecturer at a university, and I also create these videos about time management, productivity, and my academic lifestyle on this channel. Okay, so let's get into the 3 most important grad students that you should get to know. And by the way, I just want to let you know I go even deeper on this topic in my free class, What to Expect in Your First Semester of Grad School. I actually talk about like how to meet these people and how to get to know these people, like little tips and tricks on actually getting to know these really important people in your grad school life. So number one is an accountability partner. So this is someone in your same stage of graduate school, preferably someone in your program, someone who started with you, someone who's taking the same or similar courses as you. There's going to be a time in grad school, typically around the 1 month into your first semester of grad school, where it feels like, oh my goodness, this is so overwhelming, and it feels like I don't know anything and I can't do anything right. And you're going to want to kind of procrastinate. You start to lose focus, you start to lose motivation because you work so hard in that previous month and you kind of burn out and you're not quite seeing the best results from all of that work because you're still learning how to be a graduate student. Having an accountability partner is really helpful in this stage of grad school because when you want to give up, all you have to do is talk with your accountability partner and they probably will feel the same way and you can motivate each other to keep going. I highly recommend checking in with your accountability partner every single week just to set a goal, like maybe 2 or 3 goals for the week to say, I'm going to do these things by the end of the week, and at the end of the week, I'm going to check in on you and see how you did, and I'm going to tell you about my progress. Just doing that little simple check-in with your accountability partner will help to hold you accountable and keep you motivated even when you're feeling a bit discouraged in graduate school. So that's the first person. The second person is an older graduate student, and not older by age, but older by grad school experience. So this is someone who is a year to 2 or 3 years ahead of you in grad school. So this is someone who can show you the ropes. This is someone who can tell you which professors are the best to take for this class. This is someone who can share their notes with you. This is someone who can say, oh, this is what this professor gives tests like. This is what they're looking for in a paper. I remember I worked in the math tutoring lab at my school in my graduate program as a tutor, and that's where I got to meet a lot of the older graduate students because we would hang around, chat with each other, talk about the students we were helping, and that's how I got to know them. And this was really helpful for me when it came to taking my qualifying exams because I had built up a connection with the older graduate students. They were able to help me prepare. They said, okay, here is the binder on abstract algebra. Here's everything you need to know that could possibly be asked on the qualifying exam. Here's the binder for statistics. Here's the binder for numerical analysis, right? These are things that can only be gotten from an older graduate student. They are your Yoda in your grad school program. So I highly recommend getting to know a graduate student who's a little bit ahead of you. And then finally, the third person that I think you should know is someone outside of your grad program. It's really good to know graduate students in a different field and in a different program to give you like a different perspective on your own grad school experience because grad school can get overwhelming and it can feel super tough and it can feel like your department is the worst. But guess what? There's probably a department that's even worse than yours, or at least the students feel like it's worse. I know that I had a few complaints about my graduate program when I was in it, but when I talked with other graduate students in different programs, I realized, oh, my program is not so bad. And it's good to just get out of your little bubble because as a math graduate student, I stayed in the math building all day. I didn't go anywhere else on campus. I didn't meet any students outside of my program. So it's nice to like not talk about math and not talk about math research. And so one place where I did meet other graduate students was the Graduate Student Association. So I was a representative for my graduate program for the math department. Also, they hosted monthly events. They were called like Fridays at 5 for graduate students, where one Friday of a month they would host an event at like a bar or a restaurant, and they would like cater it for us. So it would be free food and it would be a chance for us to meet new graduate students. And so there's also student events. Right? A lot of grad students feel like, oh, I'm too old or I'm too mature to go to an undergraduate event. My undergrad had some awesome events. I went to like free movie nights. I got to screen an episode of Game of Thrones before it premiered on HBO because HBO came to my school, and it was for all students. So definitely get involved outside of your department as well. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful. Remember, I do go more in depth on this topic in my free class, What to Expect in Your First Semester of Grad School. I talk about how to meet these people, where to go, who to talk to, how to get recommendations. And also with that free master class, I tell you how you can get $100 off of my grad school prep course. So that is all for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It's super helpful for my channel. Also, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I create new videos every Sunday. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.